Welcome to Speed Data, quick conversations with cybersecurity leaders. I'm your host, Megan Garza. This week, I'm pleased to welcome Terry Innes, Group Director of Operations Support at Jacobs UK. Welcome, Terry.
Hi, Megan.
As the head of operations support for Jacobs, a powerhouse professional services firm, Terry has his work cut out for him. With $16 billion in annual revenue and more than 60,000 employees globally, securing sensitive data at Jacobs is no easy feat. Terry is responsible for data security at Jacobs' UK division, where the company employs 11,000 people working on critical infrastructure projects in utilities, transport, energy, and defense. And when you add that to the specific challenges of working in some of the most sensitive government services sectors in the UK, you start to get a feel for the challenges Terry faces on a daily basis. The cybersecurity pro brings decades of experience to his role, with a background in information security, engineering, nuclear energy, and cybersecurity. With all that knowledge, Terry, what do you predict to be the biggest shift in cybersecurity?
I think right now, the challenges that we're all facing really is how to deal with artificial intelligence. It's coming along at 100 mile an hour, and it's something that from a cybersecurity point of view, is working out, how can we really enable our businesses to make maximum use of what artificial intelligence potentially has to offer, which, some of which we've no idea at the moment. But at the same time, protect the information that we're custodians of, and whether that be for ourselves, our clients, etc. It's really important that we understand how we do that while we're enabling the use of AI to get the best out of it, really. So I think for me, that's the critical thing.
And how do you think artificial intelligence is helping or harming business productivity at Jacobs?
So it's a really interesting question, because I guess I could answer that from about 3 or 4 different perspectives. I think the first thing is that it's a massive opportunity. I think it's a massive opportunity for us as a human race, let alone as organizations and equally as individuals. But I'm often reminded of the quote from one of my favorite movies, Spider-Man, which was, with great power comes great responsibility. And I think the important thing for us is to understand not only the benefits that we might be able to extract from AI as we develop an good understanding for it. But for me, it's also about understanding how we protect ourselves, our people, and our data. So when you think about it becoming a productivity opportunity, I always think about artificial intelligence as being the ability to take away the haystack. When we're looking for that needle in the haystack in data, it can take us a long, long time. Artificial intelligence gives us the opportunity to just take the haystack away and reveal all of that sensitive information or information that we need in a real quick time. But doing that in a way that means that we can trust information that we're looking at and also only reveal that information to the people that should see it, means that we've got both an opportunity and a complexity. So not only is it giving us opportunity to build new opportunities for our clients in helping solve their critical missions, but it's also about solving efficiency challenges for ourselves. Everything from sticking artificial intelligence sensors on a plant and equipment to improve health and safety, right through to looking at data and maximizing the benefits of the masses of data that us and our clients have, to get the best out of what we know. And what we don't know, we know, because actually it's buried in terabytes of information that is otherwise potentially impenetrable. So I think it's a great opportunity, but it's something we really do very carefully.
And you touched a little bit on data protection. How do you prevent data exfiltration or encryption?
I guess, first of all, it has to start with the people. I think when you think about security in whatever form, whether it's physical security, whether it's cybersecurity, it comes down to our people and our people understanding what it is that they're dealing with, what risks that they would be undertaking, picking up that USB stick that they found in the car park or given at a conference. How do we educate our people in really helping us to close down the perimeter? So I think that's the first thing. Let's recognize that our people are not only our biggest risk, but they're also potentially our greatest asset in terms of protecting our information. But then it's also about using technology to reduce the risks as well. So I'm reminded of a couple of years back when Log4j was first announced, and everybody realized that there was a massive challenge there. And of course, we were nearing Christmas, if I remember rightly. And at that point, we realized that we didn't really have the ability to remediate all the potential risks that Log4j posed across such a big organization, particularly with one of our most sensitive areas where we use Varonis. We were able to implement the script that monitored for rapid changes in file states, etc. And that helped me sleep at night over the Christmas period, I have to say. So that was something that gave me the confidence that in the event that we did have a potential intrusion there, particularly from a ransomware perspective, that the systems would automatically detect that and kick that particular account off the system. Also give us some alerts that would mean that we would be able to get in and get hands and eyes onto the systems to understand where that vulnerability lay. So I think helping me sleep at night was the knowledge that we had the right sort of technology at the time, giving us some visibility and hopefully some additional protection that we needed at a critical time.
What advice do you have for other security leaders on first steps when discovering a vulnerability or exploit attempt?
The first thing would be to stay calm. If we as the security leads go into a panic, then everybody around us is going to panic. So if you're able to keep calm, make sure you've got the right people focused at solving the problem for you. So you've got a good incident response capability. And key to that is testing it. So making sure that you've done tabletop exercises and the like, recognizing that every scenario is going to be different, but at least having some lead that are able to stay calm and manage the way through the crisis. Then I think you've got the recipe there for a successful protection activity and incident response approach.
And in addition to being able to stay calm during an incident, what do you think it takes to be a successful security leader? Or what do you look for when hiring team members?
For me, I think, a lot of it comes down to attitude. I think if you've got people with a good passion for the subject, they're clearly determined, they like solving problems. I think those are some of the key assets that, together with, obviously the prerequisites of the technical competence, I think you've got a really good mix there of people that are going to be determined, passionate, energized, and focused on trying to solve the problem. And ultimately, they're very high pressure environments, I think, when you get into certainly incident response. And what you really need is a team that are resilient, can work together well, get along well, and can really rely and trust and support each other.
What do you enjoy most about your role?
It's probably the fact that it's different every day. I never really know what I'm going to come into on any given day. I'm often slightly anxious coming in on a Friday because typically everything seems to happen on a Friday. But I think generally, it's the variability of the role. My role is broader than cybersecurity, so it encompasses physical security and various other factors as well. And I think the ability to come in and really work with a great team of people and keep ours and our clients' information secure and go home knowing that you've done the best that you can in terms of protecting that information and helping the business to be seen as one of the leading custodians of clients' information and assets, I think it makes you feel good.
If you weren't in cybersecurity, though, what would you be doing?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. So as somebody who started out life as an upholsterer and then becoming an electrical engineer and then making tea bags for a living, finding my way into cybersecurity was quite an interesting path. When I think about that question, I guess I go back to what it was that as a kid I really wanted to be. And that was to be a fireman. Now, I wasn't tall enough at the time. That was in the times when they were allowed to be heightist and other challenges like that. So I could never make it as a fireman because I was a bit too short for that. But for me, it's all about people. It's about helping people. And it's all about dealing with problems and challenges and complexities. And so I can't say I would like to liken cybersecurity to being a firefighter, but it can be at times. I think that would be something that I would have liked to have done. I guess whatever I would do, it would be something that was different, had complexities associated with it. And dealing with people because people are the thing that I enjoy doing the most, really.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down with me today, Terry. I enjoyed getting to learn more about your varied background. I did not know that you made tea bags. That's fantastic. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Speed Data.
No worries. Thank you very much.